Right, it's been a while. I think about 8 or 9 months since my last video. Feels like 2 minutes to me. Just been that hectic work and home life, things like that. As much as I pretend that it is high up on the list of priorities, it's not that high. The car has been neglected a bit. This is a video I'm going to carry on from one I did something stupid like a year ago. Someone on a Facebook group actually commented he was still waiting for the second part, which the first one was taking the cluster out of the car, separating it to clean behind these lenses. If you want to give them a clean, if you got any dust sat behind there. But the next part is going to be what I've actually done with the one in my car, which is replace you can see the tab on the red filter paper, going to replace them with a white, and how to replace the SMD LEDs behind here, and then I replaced ones on behind the main dials as well. And also, if anybody wanted to do the I can't remember, SJ conversions on Instagram, does the cards for these, replaces these, does what you want. Mine, I ended up getting rid of all the silver around here, getting rid of the small dashes in between, getting rid of all the kilometers just to make it look a little bit cleaner. But that's today's video. But yeah, no, it's just been a busy year. I've been doing a little bit on the car. In case anyone hasn't seen it, I don't think I've been putting up many photos, to be fair. I ended up getting up on jacks for a while. It was on, I put new discs pads on all round. While I was in there, drop links, and then while I was doing the discs and pads, I thought I'd just spray the calipers as well, just to test that I did want to get it white in the end. They will get powder coated, they were just rattle canned for now. But that was a test for eventually the Brembos, which I started. This is my problem, I keep starting stuff, get halfway through, do something else. But there, I started stripping them down, ready to get them powder coated white, because after seeing that, I finally made my mind up on that. I cut and welded up the antenna, had that put in the dash, going for the smooth look all over. That still needs a respray, as you can see. The boot badge, got rid of that, welded that up as well. That's already been sprayed. That's all done. Exhaust tips. I think that's about it. I've just been up busy doing all sorts. I've done lights. Had a set, split them in the oven. Had them sprayed matte black, and then a matte pearlescent white around the LEDs. Then with the LEDs, I still got the other set to finish. Took them off and soldered on some brighter and whiter temperature LEDs. But I think that's all we've been on with. It's been yeah, it's been flat out. Yeah, so this was a catch up for that matey in the group who said that he's actually been waiting for part 2 of the video. So I've tried to get in the best position I can. Should be able to see what I'm doing. It's not that hard, this one. So firstly, you want to take this part, the black part, away from all your card and all your plastics on the front to get to anything. Just got the 2 little tabs in the back. One there. One there. You can get that out of the way. So on the front here, you got your connector to the LCD. This little black tab needs to be pried up till it clicks, and then your paper there, be careful with it, see it's loose now. So this plastic here is separate to this one. You got your 4 tabs, 2 there, 2 there. And that's why I released that first as well, so you don't put any tension on that connection there. Then you can get that out of the way. Obviously, Alfa Electronics being Alfa, when you change this card, you can't just change it to white. You have to change all of those LEDs in this group here, because they're red as well. So even if you change that card to white, you're still going to have a pink instead of red. So if you're going to do it, you need to change all of those. So focus on the LCD part of the screen first. I would obviously try and put this down and but I don't think I'll be able to show you properly. But the plastic part's quite flexible. This is glass, won't flexible. Snap before it gives. But you can try and bend the plastic part of it in the corners while lifting up. You've got 4 tabs. This one here, this one, that one, and that one. Just go for the top ones first. And you can see I'm just sitting, it's now not sitting over the top, it's sitting on the side. And slowly keep until you can get underneath. Then I'm going to set that down on a cloth to keep that safe. And then here's your 2 filter papers. There's a little tab at the top, that's what holds them in. There's your clear one. That one's going to go back on, I think like diffuser. and here's your red one. All you got to do with that, sit on top of there, run a pen around it, cut it out, done. You haven't got to be super precise, the light gets diffused as long as you haven't gone... those holes obviously where the LEDs sit. These are the ones you want to change. This cluster of 4 down here is your warning lights, your stop start, tells you to shift up. Them ones I did touch, but I'm not happy with because they have 2 LEDs on one bit, so I don't know what I'm going to do about that. Then we'll go back to the original and replace that corner with this red, or just leave it as is because no one else really sees it. But these are the ones, so as long as this paper that you cut covers the edge, you're good. So then once you've cut that and traced it, those 2 little legs in the bottom first, and then that little tab, it's got a little slot there, that one there, that just holds them in. Obviously I'm touching these with like bare hands, but I would be wiping them down just to keep them clean, but I'm just doing this for the video. All I've bought this set for is I want the needles out of it to spray them. So that's that, and then your glasses go back in. Try and tuck it under those top ones first, then all you've got is this, and this one this side. Cool, and again, I'd wipe that down. But that, if you're changing your filter paper to the white, that's that bit done. Get that out of the way. So this next bit, a little bit more work, but it's not the end of the world. So to get to the LEDs behind here, if you want these whiter, brighter, whatever you're doing. Oh no, sorry, they're white anyway, but I just changed mine to be brighter. Or if you just want to get to your cards, it's the same process. See, I've got these 2 little pry tools here, plastic ones, so I don't damage the card. Just get into the back of both of these, or all of these, and try and lift both sides at the same time, because you'll see the needle underneath is the only thing. It only goes in that little hole there. It's tiny, so you don't want to bend it. And that's all 4 of those off, and then top cards, they just lift off. But these ones, they got a little pin there at the top to locate it. So if you lift it over that, spin it, and then you'll see these 3 little slots in the centre. They go over there. So you have to put it on the piss to get it on in the first place. Same with the other side, lift over the pin, spin it till it comes off. Then, so there's all the LEDs. Obviously when it's in this position, you can see exactly which ones you need to change for the dials, fuel, whatever you got to do. And then same thing with the plastic white tabs. Here, there and there. Also be dead careful with this. This is the brains of your car. I did originally, I think it was a local TV audio repair place, because I went to a garage and inquired about it, and they was like they didn't even want to touch these small LEDs, 3528 I think they are. But I'll put the link in the description anyway. So, but one place recommended me to a TV audio place because apparently they deal with these on a daily basis. This is their game. But with this being the brains of your car, I was nervous, but I did it anyway. But yeah, so this is where you replace all your LEDs. So you replace all your LEDs, you want to put it back together. Watching the needles again. Get all 4 of those tabs clicking. Put them on the piss until it feels flush, and then also make sure that all 3 of those little parts there go under, so they don't catch and end up tearing on the locating pin. Again, I would obviously wipe this all down if it was staying on my car. That just sort of clicks underneath. You obviously can't spin that one, that just is what it is. Then with the needles, I'm going to put one of these on wrong. You haven't got a... You can give them quite a bit of a push when you put them back on. You'll feel the resistance and you'll sort of feel it almost sort of click into place. But when you put them on wrong like that, because obviously I've had this part 9 times now, it will wind too far. So if it's sitting too far clockwise, you have to wind it past this point. Then that is where it stops. So just wind it back slowly. Then that's your resting point again. That one went on fine. And that's how it's sorted. It looks easy doing like this. Obviously the soldering will add on God knows how much time. And now putting the LCD screen back in, this little tab is flicked back down so the paper, like the connection on that end, won't go back in. So just lift that back up again. Then you've got the 2, well you've got the 4 tabs, but you've also got the 2 little pins. Line those up in the holes. Then before you push it all the way down, get the paper tab at the back. So it just drops into place, finds its own way. Make sure all 4 tabs. There you go. Now you've got these tiny little holes. Obviously be dead careful, but just give it a little nudge. Make sure it is seated all the way in. Just push down on those a tiny bit. Then snap that black bit back down. Then you're connected. And obviously at this point, I'd obviously still give that wipe. But at this point, if you want to test whatever soldering you've done, you've got your connection on the back already, or even just for safe measure, you can snap it back in. Snap it back in just to this case, take it into your car, plug it back in there. You can still start, the needles will still move, the lights will still light up. And but that is it. Before you go and do the whole job like the last video with the little Torx head screws, putting that cover back on. Yeah, that's it. So this is what I've got in mind. If you haven't seen the last video, so I had my whole surround dipped, then I had the cards made as well in forged carbon, and there's the clean look I was going for. No silver around the edge of the 2 big dials. I don't know if I changed anything with them. I think they might be, I think they're as they are standard, I'm not sure. And then with the lights in the middle, the only bit I'm not happy with, you'll see the bottom left is a lot brighter. Just that little bit more white, whereas the rest has got that nice soft grey. That side is very bright white, but like I say, it comes up every now and again. But I live with it for now. I don't know if I'll end up even finding a way to get around it. I'm not sure, because they're dual filament LEDs. Yeah, so that's obviously, well, you can do what you like to it, but yeah, no, the conversions, SJ conversions, I'll tag him on the description, but he was sound as, he was really helpful. He hadn't done the Juliet, I need to clean, but he hadn't done the Juliet before, so I just had to post mine to his, so he could 3D scan them, whatever he had to do. So when he 3D prints, or however it works with the new ones, it's all done, it's on file now, so as far as I know, he can just do the Julietas without you have to faff about and post anything to him. Yeah, that's today's video, but hopefully that's me back on it now. Sort of things are calming down around the house and that, and it's good weather's here. Well, it was here, but yeah, no, so that's it for today. So then putting it back together, obviously just the last video, set that back on top, put your screws in the back, plug it back in, and you're good to go. So if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.